In 1979, Chuck E. Cheese opened their first location in San Jose, California. The show seen in this footage is referred to as the Portrait Show because the characters were placed in frames that hung around the main dining area. This first show included Chuck E. Cheese, Jasper T. Jowls, Pasquale P. Pie Plate, Krusty the Cat, and the Warblitz. The shelf would also be implemented in several other locations in the early years for the company, eventually getting phased out by the balcony stage. 1980 hits, and Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time Theater begins to expand across the country. With these new locations came expanded floor plans and new technology, leaving CEC to update their show stages. The first to come out of these updated stages was the balcony stage, which included the Warblitz, Mr. Munch, Jasper T. Jowls, Chuck E. Cheese, Pasquale, and Foxy Flanagan, who was known as the guest star during each show. In 1984, all of the locations replaced Foxy with Helen Henney because the company believed that Helen would play a better role for the band. Underneath Munch and Pasquale were entrances to the tunnel and strobe light world of Mr. Munch's Madhouse. However, many locations had begun to block the entrances in the late 80s due to the poor conditions inside. Kids would usually leave leftover pizza inside or sometimes even get lost in the tunnels. (1987) The Rocker Stage. This stage is of a house theme. The characters are all in the same order as the balcony stage, which it replaced. It originally featured the singing flowers in the windows. However, these flowers were removed in 2002 because corporate stopped programming them. The characters on the stage are full-bodied, except for Munch and Pasquale. This was the first stage Chuck E. Cheese's had to feature any full-bodied characters. The location in Rockford, Illinois was the last location to still have the Rocker Stage until it was removed during a remodel on June 13, 2022. But it's believed that the stage was not destroyed, and the corporation will just be moving it for a museum they have in the works, displaying all of the animatronic show stages throughout the years. It's just a rumor though, nothing officially confirmed. Wouldn't that be great to see though? I know I would be the first in line for that museum. 1989. After Showbiz Pizza Place purchased Chuck E. Cheese's, the corporation had many meetings about what to do with all of the characters they owned. The creator of the Rockafire explosion, Aaron Fetcher, did not want to give the full rights of the Showbiz characters to corporate, so they ended up flat out replacing the already existing Showbiz Pizza show stages with Munch's Make-Believe Band, even going as far as replacing all decorations and signs that included the Showbiz Pizza Place characters. They saw the appeal that the Rockafire explosion had with older teens and how interactive children got with the band, and wanted that same grasp for this new generation of shows. So they moved away from the house style and created Munch's Make-Believe Band. Along with this, Helen was Mitzi-fied to make her more relatable to the younger girls. As well as new characters were added to the band, such as Munch Jr., Pizza Cam, a building that sometimes appears and sings with the band, and a moon that was actually kept from the Rockafire stage. The infamous concept Unification tape was released, instructing programmers how to retrofit the characters and replace all existing show tapes with the Chuck E. Cheese ones. Sadly enough, all of the main old mechs, or endoskeletons, were reused, except for the main character of Showbiz, Billy Bob Broccoli.
Remove Billy Bob's Mac valve and hold for spare parts as it will not be used again.
1992. More locations needed to be updated to the new look of Chuck E. Cheese's, and from this we got 1 and 2 stages. They were created from balcony stages, C stages, and rocker stages, mainly involving putting the animatronics on the new leg assemblies, installing new arm assemblies on Munch and Pasquale, and Helen for the rocker stage, and redressing the animatronics to resemble their 3-stage counterparts. The 2 stage is very similar to the 1 stage, the only real difference being that rather than all 5 band members sharing 1 stage, Chucky is off to the right side on his own stage with his own curtains and lighting. A unique feature that was included with some of the one stages was a turntable beneath the Chuck E. Cheese animatronic that rotated when the Chucky walk-around costume came out for live shows or to mingle with the young guests. The feature was meant to avoid the confusion of seeing two Chuckies, one on stage and one on the floor. The turntable solves this problem by creating the illusion that the Chuck E. Cheese animatronic walked off of the stage. And for a while, kids thought that the animatronic itself came off of the stage. In my opinion, this is one of the most creative features that came with any of the shows, and they never should have stopped doing it. 1997. This one's called the Studio C stage, also known as Chucky's solo stage. This version always reminded me of a Disney animatronic because of how friendly he looks and how smooth he moves around. Of the Studio C stage, there are 5 versions created: Studio C Alpha, Alpha Beta Mix, Beta, Kappa, and the Studio C Beta Kappa Mix. Most of these stages were placed in Florida, due to most Florida locational floor plans being smaller. There's a TV next to him, so when songs play and the other characters need to do their part, they just show up on the screen instead of actually being present to perform the song with Chucky. Present day. Starting in 2017, the Chuck E. Cheese Corporation decided to move away from animatronics due to high maintenance costs and children getting scared of them. So they thought of a more interactive option, if you want to call it that. Dance floors. These dance floors are supposed to entirely replace every existing location with animatronics by the end of 2025, but could happen sooner. That's why it's important to visit these locations while we still can. So I'm going to leave a link of the last animatronic locations left, down in the bio. Also, visit freddytrap.com.
So what's going on? Where's everybody else? Why are the curtains closed?
I'll give you a hint. What has big ears?
An elephant.
A long pointed nose?
An anteater.
And wears a red derby hat?
A red derby